Good afternoon. It's just afternoon. Diary piece part 3. Doing something a little bit different today. The normal club lake that I fish is closed for the weekend due to maintenance, and unfortunately we can't go there. So had to have a little think about where I want to go, and I've decided I'm going to go and do something a bit different today. Go to somewhere that I haven't been to before, somewhere I've wanted to go for a while, and give it a go, try it out. Certainly somewhere that I would probably like to go for a longer session, but I've just literally got tonight to do 24 hours. Only get to do one night a week at the moment due to family and work commitments, so just got to try and make the most of it and try something a bit different. So I will reveal all when I get there. It's be very recognisable to a lot of you, so let's see how we get on. Check in with you when I get there. So, as you will have guessed, we're at Farlow's. I thought I'd take a trip up. It's not somewhere I've been before, and somewhere I've been wanting to come for a long time. So I thought I'd take the opportunity while the club lake was shut to pop up for the night. And it's busy. There's lots of people here, very busy as you would expect. Managed to get myself a peg though, so we've had a bit of a lead around. Found a gravel bar, probably about 16, 17 wraps out, and I've got all 3 rods on the same sort of distance, spotted over the top, just with some boilies and some sweet corn really mixed up with a little bit of liquid on top. And I'm fishing the same rigs that I was fishing at the club lake, shortish rigs with the Incredible Baits trap wafter hook baits on there, just to see, you know, they say if you're confident in a rig, why not just keep using it. So I'm confident enough in the rig, if it gets picked up it's going to nail them. The hook holds I've had off this rig have been phenomenal, so hopefully I'll get a chance to show you that, and we can get some or get one or maybe a couple on the bank. I'll be happy with one, if I'm honest. Just here for the night, so I don't know, I've never fished it before, so it might work, it might not, we'll see. There hasn't been a lot coming out really. Spoken to a couple of lads, they're fishing next swim up. They've been here since Wednesday, and they've not had a lot, if anything. They've had a lot of bream, but that's about it. Now the other lad on the other side of me, he's been up since Wednesday, and he's only had one. Nice 22-pound linear, but that's all he's had. So it's not been fishing its head off, but they are coming out. I've seen a couple come out on the other side of the lake, over in the sort of hot pegs 1 to 3, which is always a popular point just there by the tackle shop as you come in. So very hard to get those pegs. They're always seem to be occupied, those ones, by all accounts. So we'll see what the night brings, if it brings anything for me. It's still pretty early, to be fair. I mean, it's obviously pitch black, but it's now 8 o'clock, just gone 8 o'clock, so it is early doors now, and we'll see how we get on. But I'll try and do a shot of the swim. There is plenty of light around. Obviously got light pollution from the M25 sitting right next to the lake, so it's throwing out lots of light, so it's not dark, so I'll see if I can get a shot of the lake. and I'll show you the swim in the morning when the light comes up, and I will show you the rigs as well. I promised this time. I didn't get to last time, and that was due to the fact that my son came up to the lake last time, and I obviously lost complete control and command of my phone, so that was the end of that. So this time I'm on my own, and I will be on my own, so I should be able to do all of that for you, but I'll do it in the morning when it's nice and light and we're sitting outside in the swim. So for now, that's it. That's what we are. That's where we are, and let's see what the night brings. Fingers crossed. Good morning. Not a lot to report, unfortunately. Really quiet night. Place is absolutely rammed, and there's probably 2 or 3 swims that I can see at the moment that are producing the known hot swims, which are the ones over by the shop and the cafe, and the 1, 2 and 3. I've seen a few come out of there with the guys yesterday afternoon, and a couple come out this morning, but really that's the only place I've seen any action from where I am. So guys either side of me didn't really have anything. Had a few bream out, some big old slabs, but obviously that's not what they're after. It's not what we're after. So not seen a lot show, which is interesting. And the guys that have been catching seem to be around the islands, so they're obviously still hanging around there at the moment. But we've got a few hours left, so I made a couple of changes to the rigs. I pulled a couple of my short rigs in, and I've changed to a couple of Ronnie rigs, Ronnie spinners, whatever you want to call them, with a couple of different options. One's got pineapple pop-up on, one's got a sweet cream pop-up on, both from Incredible Baits. And I've caught on both of those before, so you never know. There is a little bit of weed out there, so maybe it might help if they're just nestling on top. They're very critically balanced, so they'll just float down nicely. And we'll see how we go. I've spotted over the top, lots of free options over the top, so hopefully that might draw at least one in, which will be nice. One would be lovely. I'll be very happy to take one out of here. They're all beautiful looking fish in here, so any fish of any size in here would be very welcome. So we'll see how we go. as promised, I thought I'd just show you the rig that I've been using for the last couple of sessions on the club lake, and I have put this rig out on here as well. Still got it on one of the rods at the moment, and just to show you what I've been doing really. As I said, it's a very simple rig. There's not an awful lot to it at all. It's a braided hook link, and I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Where's the camera? There it is. So it's very simple. The braid has been tied onto the shank using a little loop knot, and a little kicker on there. These are the RigWorks curve shanks. They are super sharp, straight out of the packet, and they stay sharp. As I said before, quite a long hair for that wafter, and it seems to just fly straight in the mouth, and the hook hold on this is has been brilliant. So far back, centre of the bottom lip, but my last hook hold that I got on that 28-pound mirror that I had on the first session on the diary was about an inch back. It was so far back I had trouble reaching it, to be honest. The way I've been putting them out, very simple. Little mesh bag using the fine mesh from the Mesh Man. Brilliant stuff, really good, great quality, and super value really. Can't recommend it enough, if I'm honest. That's got matching trap pellets in there, and there's pellets of all different sizes in there. You've got real small 2mm pellets all the way up to 4, and a real mix of sizes to keep them grubbing around. And I've crushed 3 trap bottom baits just in the top of the bag there, and I've literally just been hooking that on so it's nice and secure, and it's gone out as simple as that. So that is how it's gone out. That's what I've had my fish on the last couple of sessions. I did do something slightly different when I put it out today, or yesterday should I say. All I did was basically took the little tail rubber kicker there, took that off, and I just threaded the mesh bag down the hook link and buried the hook in amongst the pellets there. Just a little bit more security. It's a bit of a bigger cast. I'm probably fishing 17 wraps here, whereas the club lake it's very short, very short. So just to give it a little bit more security on the cast, but obviously doing exactly the same job, just sitting around the hook bait, masking the hook on the cast, make sure it doesn't get caught up on anything, and then just sitting there as a nice little parcel around the hook bait. And that's it, simple as that. There's nothing more to it than that. And it's done me some really good bites and some really amazing hook holds really. So I'll be sticking with that. Get back to the club lake next week, and I'll be sticking with that rig. So there we go. Let's see if it works. So, end of the session. It's been a blank one. Everything's packed away now, back in the car. Just got the rods out still, obviously, last things to come in as you do. But really our last knockings now. One last brew before we go and get everything in and go. So first blank of the winter. I say the winter, it's been really mild actually. Excuse the car behind me, or the truck even. One of the beauties of coming here is a lot of the swims you can actually park your car right next to you, so it's really quite handy. There's no barrowing gear for miles, and even the ones where you can't drive the car behind the swim, there's car parks dotted around that are quite close that you can chuck stuff on a barrow, and it's quite a short run. So nice lake, enjoyed being up here despite the blank, but that's part of fishing. That's what it's called, you know, it's fishing, it's not catching, is it? So we'll go again. At some point I'll come back up here, maybe for a bit of a longer session, but back to the club lake next week and see if we can get a few out of there and see how that goes. But for now, that's it on this one, I'm afraid. Very uninteresting and inactive, I'm afraid. But I'll turn into a bit of a David Attenborough actually, and just started filming the photography and filming the wildlife. So there'll be a few shots of them, a few pictures of swans and coots and God knows what else. So that kept me occupied. But yeah, that's it. That's the diary part 3. Pretty much done, unless we have a miracle last minute take. But you can always live in hope, can't you? So we'll see how we go. I'm going to enjoy my brew now, and then get everything in the car and head off home.